Alright, so my name is Josh Kopis, and I'm a freshman majoring in engineering. So I went to the Clemson is the second happiest campus student dialogue, and we mainly talked about mental health and a lot of mental diseases that affect people's attitude and opinions, and I felt like it was a pretty good dialogue. I felt like we achieved a true dialogue in the smaller groups that we made, mainly because we were all able to just like talk amongst each other and not argue or try and debate anything, but we were just talking and, giving our own opinions and listening to other people's opinions and telling like stories about people that we knew who had a mental disease, or if we knew anyone who was affected by the mental illnesses. The main active voices in our dialogue, I felt like we were just one big group, like kind of talking together, except maybe our group leaders had a pretty decent effect on the group. They kind of controlled the discussion that we had. There weren't really many reserved voices. I mean, people didn't get into like debates or anything. There weren't really like any arguments, which that was good. Give it a true dialogue. The role I specifically played in our group, well, we divided up into 6 or 7 groups, and then we just kind of drew on the whiteboards, and our group leaders each gave us 2 mental illnesses, and we were to draw what someone would look like if they had a mental illness. And so everyone drew a picture of what they thought, and then at the end he told us that all of our drawings were wrong and that the only correct drawing was a blank stick figure, because you can never judge someone. You can never like tell or assess if someone has a mental disorder unless you actually know them and unless they've been diagnosed. So that was kind of interesting. But the role, we each just kind of like talked and I guess gave the stereotypes that we were familiar with of all of the mental illnesses. I think the dialogue it's a component of Library 100, I guess, to get used to seminars and kind of get used to talking in front of people and not being nervous in a big room. I think it's also it's a good way to find a subject that you're interested in and just be able to talk with other people and get other people's opinion on it and see what other people think about topics that you're interested in. I think it's a useful tool for the university because it allows you to meet new people when you're in the big group talking to everyone, and then when you divide into the small groups, it's kind of nice because you get to like know more people and hear their personal experiences with mental illnesses and such. We really didn't discuss that much on the topic of why Clemson is the second happiest campus, which I thought that was a little strange because I thought we were just going to be talking about what makes people happy, but instead we seemed to talk about what makes other people act differently than being just happy. Like, it seemed kind of off topic. It seemed like the discussion was mainly on mental illnesses and such, but I'm not complaining. It was still interesting and fun to see what other people had to think about. It was a good experience. It took the entire 2 hours, which I kind of thought that it would be over a little bit quicker, but it was still alright. So yeah, that was pretty much it for our student dialogue. It was pretty good. Our group leaders were nice, and I knew a couple of the people in there, so it was kind of cool to see what they see their opinions on a topic that you usually don't discuss with other people. But I'm glad that we had to do this because I learned a lot from it, and I feel like it wasn't just busy work, which a lot of the other stuff for Library 100 has been. So, yep, that's about it.